10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome.
All right. Well, I wasn't supposed to be on tonight. What's going on, guys? It's Stan. Welcome to the Blonde Blitz. I feel like I'm on the NBA team, the 10-day contract. Am I the official host of the Blonde Blitz as of right now?
No,
I don't
not
know.
until you get a blonde wig. We told you.
All right,
this
that means I'm not the official.
I have
host.
one. Wait, I have one downstairs. I should go.
Anyway, I'm like the utility guy. I was not supposed to host tonight, and then the whole holiday season messed everything up. Deb and Nikki were like, "Please, we need you to host. Everything's so smooth
Save
with
us,
you.
please.
Everything. Save us." So I'm like, "All right, here I come."
Deb's
saving
working
the
2
day.
jobs.
Deb's working 2 jobs.
See, not all heroes
entrepreneur. Deb's an entrepreneur. No, I'm good, bro. I appreciate it, Dave. Yeah, I wasn't supposed to be on, so I got the bat signal, and I said, I'm already here, so might as well help you guys out. So, unfortunately, we had a lot of fun on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, football-wise. Congratulations to Deb.
Thank you.
Me and Nikki talked about last night.
What did you talk about?
Are you a little scared? Because when Adoree Jackson took that pick 6 to the house, they saw a lot of concerning faces in Philadelphia.
I was with my family. We all went silent, as well as the rest of Philly, and we were definitely a little scared for a while. I held my breath towards the end as well. To be honest, you just never feel good unless you're 2 touchdowns ahead, for sure. Yeah, I mean, when Taylor came in and gave it that spark in the second half.
It
was a good game, honestly. Like I expected the Eagles to kind of blow out the Giants. Obviously, that did not happen.
Well, we all did. We're accustomed to it. Since this is a blonde show.
I thought that's what was going to happen. But Deb, Christmas, I'm scrolling through Instagram, and I love everything you do. I really do. But then I get to Deb's post, and it's her and her family singing the damn Eagles song. I'm like, what? I don't need this on my timeline. This is already ruining my holiday. I don't need this in my life.
And I wasn't the one who initiated that. That's
whose idea was that?
It was my anti-Ann rules. So,
all right, Anti-Ann,
let's
got a bone to pick with you.
Well, I was the one as a good producer / friend this weekend, just bashing on the Giants of like awesome Eagle memories against the Giants. So yeah, you're welcome, Deb. You can never say I don't love you.
That's a tall
we were
order.
discussing the Miracle at the Meadowlands.
Yeah, and I go, Deb.
Wow.
I put Dan through hell this week, everybody.
I was the one. I'm like, all right, let me spice up her IG. Let's put the punt return on. And I go, Deb, Merry Christmas. You can't ever say I don't love you because I did this for you. But both of you were at that game, so that's pretty fun.
Yeah. Deshaun Jackson ran right to me. It was amazing.
Oh, God, I know. So funny. We were both there.
I know, and we didn't know each other.
Nope.
It was
were you there?
No, I was watching on a 1986 TV at my grandma's house. So I was at the second worst place to be at. We had family holiday party there. And we were all huddled around like literally a 32-inch. This is when the starting of the high definition TVs were coming out. We all banded together and we're like, next Christmas when we were at grandma's, we're getting a big ass TV. So we did. But yeah, I was at the second worst place that day. So
I'll never forget after that too. Like that was a huge moment between my dad and I. It was after that game. One of my favorite memories of him calling and being like, "Are you there?" Because he wasn't sure if I made it because I was flying in from LA. He's like, "Are you there? Are you there?" And I'm like, "I'm here." So it was just a nice memory.
My friends that went
too. It was so sad.
My friends that went to the game said it was like walking out of the stadium was like going into a funeral. It was
pretty
just
bad.
like, and that's how I felt at my house. And this was when I was 100% crazier, Nikki. So can you imagine the tantrum I pulled that day? It was not pretty.
Crazier.
Yeah, I'm a lot more tame now because I'm 36 years old. I'm still a man baby. So we have a lot of fun talking about the Eagles won. Congratulations. They're still a little iffy, but they're still in good ground.
We're 11-4, but we're still looking for that amazing click, and it's just not quite there.
So the way I think about it, and I want you to expand on this, because this is what every good Super Bowl winning team has these kind of years sometimes, that they're lying in the weeds for whatever reason, they aren't clicking, but the adversity strikes in the playoffs all the time. Could this be like a thing of like, all right, we're looking back in a month and you guys are in the Super Bowl again or in an NFC championship? We're like, oh, wow, a month ago, we all thought they were going to be one or done or two and done, but they're a game away from the Super Bowl or, in fact, in the Super Bowl. Like, the adversity that they're going through now, I know no one's thinking it right now, but hopefully for your sake, down the road, it's just like, all right, this is what good teams need. We're going to get that boost that we're going to need. We have Jalen finally waking up, hopefully for you, and all those other scenarios. So, like, what would you think? What would you think? Would it be good to have this adversity now imposed to obviously in the playoffs?
Well, absolutely. I think I'd rather have the adversity now. I mean, winning out the rest of the season, we have the Cardinals, which should be an easy win, and then the Giants again, which will obviously be a little tougher than we all, I believe, originally thought. So that's, I'd rather see it in the regular season, rather than the playoffs, of course. But yeah, I mean, and also too, like everyone's saying the Ravens and San Fran for Super Bowl, but the Ravens just demolished San Francisco. I mean, I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, now it's like it's Eagles are kind of back in the talk. So I think we need to stick to the run game. I think that's where the Eagles' strength is, and our defense. I thought our defense did okay against the Giants. And we just have to just keep that passion going. And I mean, God, DeAndre Swift is just an amazing wide receiver. Like I want to throw him the ball all the time. just give it to him. And yeah,
where are you concerned, Deb? If you had to give an area of concern for the Eagles going forward, obviously you guys want them to make the Super Bowl, but I mean, looking, and we'll talk about the playoffs, but where the picture is now, and they haven't been right the past like 4 weeks. What is your main concern?
I think the play calling. I think that the teams are kind of catching on to the play calling, and we need to change that up. I'm also a little bit concerned about defense. I think even when Taylor came in, it was like, okay, they let a lot of runs go that should have been down. So yeah, those are my two concerns right now.
No, and that's obviously fair.
Danny, this is why we like Deb though, because she is like a very fair, rational, reasonable Eagles fan. She's hard to come by.
No, it's a rare breed because
it's very rare.
No, honestly, like there's been a lot of wins this season where we barely scratched by, and our family talked about it at Christmas. We were like talking about all the different games and how we won and how we won in overtime and how we shouldn't have won Kansas City or even the Bills, but we won, and a win's a win. So yeah, they're 11-4, but last season around this time we were 11 I don't even know. We lost one game in the Commanders, and I think last year we were just a stronger. I don't know if we were a stronger team, but we just clicked better.
You guys definitely were. It was more of a clicking on cylinders. Jalen was a lot more crisper, as we all know.
And also too, right before the halftime, Jalen should have ran out of bounds. He had the ball.
I don't know what's up with him this year.
Everyone was like, why didn't he run out? Why did he go for a touchdown and then get tackled? He should just ran out of bounds. So the Eagles were forced to take a field goal, and I mean, thank God for Jake Elliott. But yeah, I mean, there was no reason to go for a touchdown. He should have went out of bounds, and there would have been more time on the clock, and we could have actually on that fourth down went for touchdown. So yeah, his his thinking is off.
Right. Even though
His thinking is off.
I
Even
mean,
though-
it's just I don't know if it's the play calling. I don't know if it's his thinking. Like you're not quite sure. You're not on the field, so you don't know whose fault
Right.
it is really.
right.
It could be
And
a combination of things.
Absolutely, and that's
And-
probably what it is.
Right, and unfortunately, on the other side of things, we're just playing out the string of the last 2 games of the season. Tommy DeVito got benched at halftime, as everybody knows. Tyrod came in and played okay, serviceable, like me and Nikki mentioned all day yesterday.
It put a spark in it for sure. I mean, I was impressed. I was like, the Eagles cannot lose this game.
All right, so being on the opposite side, Deb, I speculated, so that obviously means absolutely nothing, and Nikki kind of agreed with me. On being on the Eagles side of things, do you think what caused Tommy DeVito get benched was that not calling out of that run on that 4th down play? So I think so.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too. I think he just wasn't playing up to par and playing up to what he, had.
I mean,
playing,
I think undrafted rookie playing on Christmas Day in Philly, I think that's a hat trick of I'm not expecting him to do much. And as you saw with the game plan, we weren't expecting to do much anyway. So I guess Dave's had a change of thought of like, we have a shot at this, and went with Tyrod.
And I think, he handled it well too. He was like, whatever helps for my team. Like he seemed super cool about it. He's like, he realized that NFL's a business. I mean, we see it every day. I mean, hell, Russell Wilson just got benched.
I know.
I was gonna lead into
is very upset in the comments here. He says that Nick, my Patriots are killing me. They dropped to the number 4 in the draft because they just had to win against Denver. And Deb, that's a great segue. So what do you guys think? Russell Wilson, business decisions here. What do they call it? Financial integrity or financial, it was some fancy way of saying that his contract is guaranteed regardless whether he has injury or not in March of 2024, and we want you out of here.
Yeah,
that's a fancy way of saying it.
Diana Rossini, well, she's formerly from ESPN. She's with The Athletic now. Basically, Russell Wilson is going to be cut by the Broncos in March. Apparently, they had, since Halloween, they were having issues to defer the money backlog, and Russell is basically saying, no, why would I have to do that? That's not my fault. And I'm with the players on that. You're making the money, and you don't have to be loyal to anybody, because honestly, as we've seen over and over time and time again, it doesn't matter if you're Peyton Manning or Tommy DeVito. It's a savage business, and you got to look out for yourself.
Yeah.
So, as you see there with Diana Rossini, she's been all over this all day today. So. Wilson has $37 million of injury guarantees for 2025. That will become guaranteed on the 5th day of the 2024 season. So, big drama. So, all right. So, where do you think Russell is going to be ending up going this year? I saw some people mention the New York Football Giants. I do not see that happening. That would be insane. Having 2 big contracts at quarterback would be absolutely insane.
Yeah.
So.
You can't do that.
I mean, who needs a quarterback? We're looking at the Patriots.
Vikings.
The Patriots need one.
The Vikings if they don't Atlanta. The Vikings if Kurt doesn't come back.
Right. Vikings, right, for sure. Vikings, Kirk Cousins is his last season under contract, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's who else?
Tampa Bay? Or
I
do
mean,
they love Baker Mayfield?
I like Baker Mayfield. He's on fire. He's doing well right now.
Yeah, I think they put Baker on that.
Oh, Patriots Nation has spoken.
Oh, what are we
They
saying?
don't want him.
But
He
it's
said,
just
no, Dad, don't put that on us. No.
Honestly, it is
Sorry.
weird. It is a weird situation. He does have 26 touchdowns. They've won, even though they lost on Sunday. Christmas Eve was Sunday. They still won 5 of the last 6 games. They got themselves into relevancy after
I know.
starting
I'm
the
a little
season.
shocking.
It's just a very weird scenario of you don't see this every day. You know when players have incentives, and you're like, okay, they take them out of a game type of thing, and other scenarios, and you don't really see it for 2 games worth. Maybe Derek Carr last year would be one. I don't know if that was incentive based, but that was also weird as well.
Yeah.
So I think Russell bounced back this year after an awful year last year. So
absolutely did, and that's what makes it even more concerning. And Sean Payton is swearing that the change is just to spark the offense. And there was the Brokers lost last week, but we
know what Sidham is. It's like it's nothing special, and we have Dave in the chat. We've seen him in wearing a Patriots jersey. He is what he is. So it's not like you have that guy you drafted in the second round, and you're like, all right, well, if Russell ever gets hurt, or we see him in practice every day, if Russell is like slipping.
No, I'm sorry. That is the biggest bullshit excuse I have ever heard.
My point.
Take Russell Wilson out. Yeah, like we're gonna take him out to spark the offense. Like that is the biggest like bullshit. You know what? I understand we are half of us are media here on this panel, but it's like, please, like, don't give us like this. Just like, oh my God, just be real, please. Just give us like some sort of answer other than we're going to take out Russell Wilson to spark the offense. No, you're not. You're making a business decision because you don't want him here, which I think is a little confusing because, as you guys just said, he did bounce back. He didn't forget how to play football.
Right. He's
now. I mean, you do hear things that like. Deb, maybe you've heard it because you're on the West Coast more. And I don't know if there's any truth to it, but you do hear things about him that like he's just not a team guy. Like he's all for him. I don't know if there's locker room issues there. I do know that he's tried supposedly to get to New York because his wife would like to live in New York.
That was the rumors. That was the rumors before going to Denver. Right. But then again, we were 4-12, and it was just like any quarterback would have been fun to have. Type of thing, because that was the year that we had to watch Mike Glennon and Jake Fromm the last month of the season. If you remember that, Nikki, shit show.
Well, do you guys remember in the beginning of the season? I guess Sean Payton called him out on being Russell Wilson and saying he had to. Be
he had like his own office in the coaches floor of the facility and all the other things, and he's like, we can't have this. Yeah. So.
I mean, I don't know. I was happy. I was happy for the Broncos. I was happy for for Russell Wilson, like finally clicking, because he just did they did so bad last year. So just to finally see it happening, and then all of a sudden he's benched, like it just makes absolutely no sense.
Okay, so before we go into awards, if we have time to do the awards, since this weekend it is New Year's, this is our last episode of 2023. How many times am I going to make that dad joke? So I figured we were talking pre-show.
See yourself out, will you? I'll see myself out. Producers do that. Half producers do that.
Yuck. So it's 2023, our last episode. I figured it would be fun to do some New Year's resolutions for the NFL, Deb for the Eagles, and Nikki for the Giants, or any sort of resolution for anybody. So Deb, take it away. What would be your one New Year's resolution be for the NFL? And then we'll talk about the Eagles after.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, as far as I did Eagles, I want to see the Eagles top the NFC East for sure. I would want to see them top the NFC in general. And there's a few different ways that they can do that. So that's my New Year's resolution for them.
Win. We want you to win. That's our
resolution.
Just win.
Clinch the NFC East. There's chances to get number 1 seed in the NFC and get that first round bye. San Fran needs to lose to the Commanders or to the Rams. But we'll see. If the Eagles lose one and win one, they can get the number 2 spot or something like that. So, I've been reading up on everything. So I'm like
she's sweating. Nick, she's sweating. She is sweating. She looks like Dave. She looks like Patrick Ewing at the free throw line. Like that's how badly she's sweating right now.
Yeah, we'll see.
Nick, got the path to victory down though.
I'm jealous though. Nick, what about you? What about you?
For the Giants? Oh my God. I don't, there's too many resolutions. I just let me see. fix the offensive line because it's been 12, 13 years of shit. A quarterback would be nice. Getting the receivers actually worked into the game plan. Oh, hey, by the way, there's this guy named Saquon Barkley that can really do wonderful things if you run him consistently.
If he's still on the team.
So many things. There's so many things that I just can't even. We need more than just a 1 New Year's resolution. But I would say for me, please, the offensive line. I cannot take it anymore. It makes me sick to watch it. I can't do it. Please, like, fix this a little bit, some way, somehow, make an attempt. You're drafting scrubs. Please get it together. I don't understand. It doesn't matter who's scouting. It doesn't matter who the coach is. It doesn't matter who the GM is. They still can't get it right. I don't know. Blows my mind.
I think we're going to be getting a new coach, which is great. Hopefully those guys that haven't gelled under this new coach.
A head coach?
No, offensive line coach.
I was going to say, I'm like, wait, Brian Dibble just got there. He did a great job last season. I mean, this is
wait, what did you say?
I was like, whoa.
Offensive line coach is definitely going to be gone.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, what?
No.
But for the NFL in general, I would like officiating to try to get on the same page because I'm sorry. Let's be real. Those two guys, they needed to be called.
That is the universal one. Yeah.
It's getting worse though.
It's been horrible. So many plays have been missed, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. Whereas, like, I'm completely seeing things like which I never used to really see, but now I'm like, no, like I'm freaking out.
How
was that not pass interference? Like,
or how wasn't that pass interference?
Right.
Like literally, the DBs need to put their hands on their side of their arms. They can't touch a wide receiver unless you're a giant. So that's here or there. All right, so that would be it. That would be good for New Year's resolutions. Do you guys have any more?
What?
No?
Personal ones?
If you want to do personal ones, but have at it, Deb or Nikki. You want to go first? Rock, paper, scissors it. Whatever you guys want to do.
I'm not as into the New Year's resolutions. I usually just live my life and kind of like
right.
work out more.
It was your idea for life. I kept it to NFL. So
I mean,
I'm with Deb. I feel like, right? Like if you feel like you want to like all of a sudden start a new workout plan, like it could be a Thursday in June, and you can just like have at it. Why is it got to be January 1st? Like I
agree. Yep.
I don't do resolutions. And you know what? We're damn near perfect anyway, so we don't have to.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, we're all perfect.
And I worked too hard, so like working harder isn't gonna. Maybe having more of a life, but then I would have to like not work as much and like not and give up football a little bit, which I'm never gonna do. So let's just keep it the way it is.
Okay, so we're just all gonna keep working.
Well, we're gonna be a better podcast.
One day we'll all become famous.
We're gonna be a better podcast in 2024.
Absolutely.
We're gonna strive to become a podcast.
I guess that would be my one thing is always like striving to be better. How can we be better? And I think a lot of content creators, podcasters do that. I know we do that every week. What can we do better? How can we be better? Yep. So I guess that would be the one thing, but we do that every week. It doesn't have to be January.
I agree. All right. So since we have time that we breezed through that, we're going to do our weekly awards. We're going to start off with the Ken of the Week. Since we started with Deb, Nikki, what was your Ken of the Week this week?
My Ken of the Week is not a player, but I'm giving it to Antonio Pierce, who is doing a hell of a job over there with the Raiders. It's clear as day, man. I mean, sometimes you just need that change of voice in the locker room. You want to talk about sparking an offense, okay? Coaching changes usually do that. So, I really
and the Chargers.
See? Exactly. I really hope he gets that job.
Awesome. I agree.
So, Deb, what's your Ken of the Week?
My Ken of the Week, funny enough, is Jalen Hurts. So he broke. Why?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because he broke Cam Newton's record for single-season quarterback rushing touchdowns on Christmas Day.
Oh, okay.
He got 15. or didn't get all 15, but has 15, which is an all-time record. Cam Newton set the record at 14 during his rookie season with the Panthers in 2011. And Jalen still has 2 more games to go, so he might really break the record. Wait, I have a runner-up too, because I had to do this one because
she always does double cats. She's double dip. Deb's a double dipper on cats.
Yeah, she is.
Double dipper.
You can't double dip the chip, Deb.
I like my Ken. And I have a question. So does Ken have like a brother? Because I know Barbie's Skipper is her little sister. Like, does Ken have because that's my runner-up. I don't know. I didn't know, Nick, if you do.
I don't think so. I've never seen him with a brother or a friend.
The only Ken I know is from Toy Story 3 right now. So
that's funny. Okay. Anyway,
how about we could call it like G.I. Joe? Because when I was little and I would play with my Barbies, my brother would come in with his G.I. Joes and like just bomb my Barbie dream house. So
he's basically Spike. So your brother is basically Spike.
Or he'd come in with the Ninja Turtles and just like, just destroy everything.
Oh, I like the Ninja Turtles too. That's fun. That's good.
Well,
anyway,
No, so who's your second Ken?
That's okay. So my Ninja Turtle is Puka Nacua from the Rams. He was NFC Offensive Player of the Week. The 5th rookie in NFL history with 3+ games of recording 150+ receiving yards. So yay to Puka.
Puka. All right. Next up, I am going to play.
So you bend and snap. See?
All right. That was the smoothest I ever did. All right. The bend and snap play of the week.
Getting better.
I'm getting better. Look at me.
You working on your New Year's resolutions over here.
Nice and smooth.
Trying to be less of a hack. I got it.
Yeah. I can't be like the New York Giants media. So.
What a bunch of hacks.
Yeah. All right. Nick, take it away. What's your play of the week?
Oh, you know me. I'll just burn every bridge on the way down, I guess. My bend and snap is Dameon Pierce. He ran it back for 98 yards to score a touchdown. I know they didn't win, but it's one of those plays I always love to watch. So good for him.
Yeah, that was a good play. What about you, Deb?
I have got the Grinch pick 6. Jack Jones, DB for the Raiders, had a great pick 6 against Mahomes. It was his second in many weeks. And there was two touchdowns, 2 defensive touchdowns. Like the first one was Nichols in 7 seconds. Yeah, the first one was Nichols, and then he scooped up a fumble. And then on the next play, Mahomes threw it to the sideline. Jones stepped in front of it and coasted down that field untouched for 33 yards and made that score 17-7 Raiders. So, yeah, and it denied the Kansas City the Christmas gift of clinching the AFC West. So.
Before we go on, I want to give a shout out to our friend, friend of all three of us, Hammer. Hammer posted today that he did a live broadcast of the Raiders game with his friend, Graphic Raider, that we met, Nikki. They went absolutely bananas as you should. And that I texted him like, dude, that was epic. And he's like, thanks, man. Yeah, it was really cool to see just like how all three of us would have reacted seeing a pick 6, especially against the Chiefs.
Amazing.
So good for Hammer, and we're proud of you.
Yay, go Hammer.
All right, the last but not least, the Brassy Blonde. See, I'm gonna get this one of these days. All these B's. Nick, who takes this award?
You do, because you keep coming on this show without a blonde wig, and we have guests that come on the show with a blonde wig.
Well, Dave was a little try harder with that one move, but I appreciate it.
No. He was doing the right thing. And I guarantee you, Deb does not have a brassy blonde wig for you. She probably's got the right color. I'm sure she does.
I can go get it.
Seriously, who's your Brassy Blonde of the week?
Seriously, it's you. No, I'm giving it to the refs in the Giants-Eagles game because I think, like we said, the missed calls are expected. We get it. I understand it. It's the egregious ones for me that really bother me. It's the ones that affect the outcome of the game. You're all over Saquon, the one-on-one Dale, like that affects the outcome of the game. You miss a holding call. It's like middle of the third quarter. That's not really going to do anything.
Call was, I saw that too. I was like, okay,
yeah,
I'm going to shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like I said, I really would love the NFL to somehow get on the same page with ref. We said this 2-3 weeks ago. I said we're gonna get to a point where let's use AI. Let's put the sensors in the football so the sensors can just tell us what's happening or something in the cleats or something. I don't know, but I'm sure they will figure it out in terms of technology. But it's just I feel like the referees are getting worse and worse and worse.
Right, and they already have the GPS, the Amazon GPS in their shoulder pad.
I don't know.
It's only a matter of time. So, all right, those are your awards of the week. We've had a very... Oh, I'm sorry, Deb. That's on me. Deb,
man.
It's all right. Speaking of good, mine was the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, right. Kansas City, the wheels are coming off. I feel like. Mahomes is having his worst season to date. Maybe that thing about the Super Bowl hangover is a thing.
Look at them and the Eagles.
Yeah, Travis Kelce. Well, the Eagles still. Kansas City still has a chance too. But Travis Kelce threw his helmet on the sidelines. Not a good look. Mahomes chewed out his O-line on camera. Cameras are everywhere, guys. They see you. A few weeks ago we saw Mahomes blow up at a ref, after an offsides call and cost the game. Yeah, and cameras are going, guys. It's not a good look. So it's a very brassy look, gentlemen.
Very, very brassy.
And we thought Brady's brother.
Get yourself some.
Yeah.
They need to get themselves some toner and tone it down a little bit there.
Yeah. Yes, literally. It was a great line.
Literally and figuratively.
All
right, now I can get going. All right, we're gonna do our picks. We have a bunch of good games this week. A lot of games that are for the playoffs, or for seeding or clinching in the playoffs. The first game is the Thursday night game. It's Jets-Browns. The Browns have been a very fun story with Joe Flacco's resurgence the last few weeks. He plays his old team with the Jets, who he looked completely different and looked washed up and done. So Joe Flacco versus the Jets. What do you guys think on Thursday night in Cleveland?
Take it away, Deb.
I'm Amari Cooper is hot, man.
Yeah, he kicked me out of my fantasy league, so I'm very pissed about that.
Franchise record 265 receiving yards in the Browns' victory. He just joined Terrell Owens as the only receiver with 200-yard games for 3 separate franchises. Flacco's all I can't speak tonight. I don't know why. Flacco is also killing it. Cleveland, like you said, has won three straight in a row. They're seeking a playoff berth now. Yeah, and for the Jets, the quarterback is remaining a question mark right now. Zach Wilson's ruled out. Trevor Siemian did well against Washington, but the Browns' defense is far superior. So, Browns are favored by 7. I'm going Browns 26, Jets 12.
All right. What about you, Nick?
Yeah. So, hello, Joe Flacco. He is very reminiscent of this Ravens Super Bowl MVP form that he's in.
He's elite.
Right? It's crazy. Do you think the Jets regret letting him go?
Yeah.
Because as you saw, he was done last year. So I guess obviously now
they regret it now. Revenge game is coming. I love a good revenge game. I've got Cleveland 23, Jets 10. So I got the Browns winning and covering easily.
Okay. The only game on Saturday, and it's an ESPN Monday night special on a Saturday. I love how they do that. NBC does that too. It's really funny.
Can we just wait? Time out 1 second. Can I digress for a mini little rant?
Rant away. This is why you're here.
I have 97 streaming channel things. Like, I don't know what game, and I know it's different, and there's like a bidding system this year for the good game. I don't know if I'm putting on Prime or Peacock or CBS,
First of all,
or if it's on
stop being
TV,
old.
or if I'm red zoning, or if I got to put it up. Why? I understand licensing agreements and
90?
everything. I get that. I don't need people to come at me and say that I'm stupid and I don't understand it. I get it. But why does it have to be so confusing? I can't ever find a game. I got Sunday Ticket. I've got like a million different things. I can't stand it. I really, somebody put it all together, please, and just give me one thing. I can't take it.
All right,
so many people were upset about Peacock, that the game was on Peacock and nobody could watch the Peacock game. It was insane, the amount of complaints that were.
Well, for me, thankfully for wrestling,
I watch Housewives,
and I watch wrestling, so I have it Peacock. So
watch wrestling.
I have it too.
Talking about you as a 90-year-old that can't figure out how to stream through Peacock or Amazon Prime.
Can figure it out. Really I know how to stream.
You sound like my grandma just now.
I didn't say I don't know how to stream. I said I am tired of going to 97 different channels and having to look up where every game is, because the 1 o'clock game is on one streaming service and 4 o'clock is on a different streaming service. It's annoying, but I do know how to stream. Thank you very much.
Time to go to bed. Have your prune juice.
I know how to stream. I'm not a fucking moron.
Okay. Sad.
Well, don't say I didn't know how to stream. I said it's annoying that it's in all these different places.
You sound like my grandma still. Anyway,
well, you can aggravate your grandma.
Lions-Cowboys Saturday night on ABC, Nikki. That's channel 7 for you.
Great. Okay? I'm not watching this game.
You're lying.
I'm not watching it. I'm not
Lies.
watching it.
Anyway,
it's my sister's birthday on Saturday night. I'm not watching this shit.
Okay. Remember that, Deb, when she texts us what a good play that was. Anyway, Lions-Cowboys Saturday night. It's two very evenly matched up teams. The Cowboys are undefeated at home. They're a completely different team, as we've seen, them being on the road the last 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you guys, what's your take on Saturday night? Lions-Cowboys, potential game of the year, possibly.
Well, the choke has continued. I a couple weeks ago or last week, I was like, Jack is starting the choke. So it has continued. Another road loss to the Dolphins. And this honestly, this should be a good game. The Lions are fighting for a playoff seeding, but Dallas is really good at home. Obviously, they're 7-0 straight up, 6-1 against the spread. But the Cowboys are favored by 6, and I think that's high. Nick, what do you think?
No, I think that's too high. I have the Cowboys winning, but I don't think they cover.
Yeah, I think if I'm using my bookie head, thinking I'm in Vegas or FanDuel, this is the first time the Lions have won a division title since 30 years. So maybe they are a little hangover from all the press clippings this week. Just normal hangover of a big deal for Detroit, you know what I mean? But 6 seems a little high. So
I have Cowboys 27, Lions 26. So I think it's going to be a really close game. I do have the Cowboys
27-24. Yeah, okay. It's too high. Yeah, we're close. It's too. I think either. Right, like the Lions are gonna have all this momentum because they just won the division and they're riding high, or they're gonna crash and burn. But I'm with you. I have it 27-24, so we're very close.
Right. I'm with you guys on that.
And by the way, Eagles fans, we want Dallas to win this game for NFC.
I hate when that happens. I hate when things like that happen.
Cue the Curb Your Enthusiasm music. So we're going to have Deb saying, how about them Cowboys potentially?
No, she better not. Don't come on here.
I would never say that. Yeah, no, if the Detroit Lions lose to the Dallas, the Eagles can get the number 2 spot in seeding. So we want Dallas to win this one. Okay. Just only once, just this one.
Just this one time, guys. Just this one time.
Once.
All right.
Once, okay.
All right, this game, Dolphins-Ravens, both had very good weeks last week. the Ravens had the most impressive win of the weekend, smoking the San Francisco 49ers out of their home stadium. And you had the Dolphins coming back and winning against the Cowboys at home. So whoever wants to take it away, who wants to go first with this game? What do you guys think?
Nikki, go ahead.
Go ahead,
I went
Deb.
first. The other ones. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
All right, so I feel like this will be the AFC Championship game. Kind of a bit of a preview here. Ravens are damn looking legit. My psychic might be onto something when she said that they were going to win the Super Bowl. Like you just said, Dan, they ran over San Francisco. Their defense had 5 interceptions. I mean, it was I was shocked. I had said that nobody was going to touch San Fran. The Ravens have touched them.
The Ravens have touched them.
The Ravens have touched them. God, the run game's great. They racked up 102 yards. I mean, they just were insane. Dolphins also beat Dallas last week. Dolphins get an extra day of rest. Also, they're legit. Tyreek Hill, 9 catches for 99 yards. Jalen Waddle, he suffered an ankle injury last week, but his status is uncertain for this game. But he's been doing amazing all season. 2 great teams. Ravens are favored by 4. I'm going Ravens 27, Dolphins 24.
Okay.
Something I said for the last one too. No, I said Lions 26. Okay. So Ravens 27, Lions 24.
Okay, what about you, Nick?
That Ravens pass defense, that is something serious over there. And they got a lot of playmakers in their secondary. I think what's going to happen is Miami's going to have to rely on that run game to stay in the game. But I think they're just going to tee off on Tua. I really, really do. I've got it 27-20. So Ravens win and cover in Nikki's book.
Got it.
All right. Finally, the last game. Last game is Saints Buccaneers. It's been a pretty fun story the last few weeks with the Buccaneers. I'm pretty sure the Bucs can clinch the division with the win. Did I read that right?
Mm-hmm.
So, divisional opponents, the Bucs have been kind of hot lately. They're swimming under the radar. Baker has looked pretty decent. Their run game has been good, and we all know their defense is pretty stout because Todd Bowles is a very good defensive-minded coach. So, Deb, Saints, Bucs. Do the Bucs win the division on Sunday?
I think they do. Like you just said, they've been playing really good ball. They have gotten 4 straight wins. I think they're playing they're the best team in the NFC South right now for sure. They've had a perfect December, longest active winning streak in the NFC, and the Saints have just have only won 2 of their last 7 games. I like Derek Carr. I liked him with the Raiders. I was excited to see what he could do with the Saints. Obviously, hasn't done a ton. Saints have been inconsistent all year, all season. So Buccaneers are favored by 3 points. I'm going Tampa 24, Saints 19.
Ooh. Nick?
Here come the Saints with their their passing game has gotten a little bit hot all of a sudden, right? But their run game is a disaster, and I don't think they'll get it going against the Bucs. They're not going to let that happen. So I've got it. What do I have here? I've got Tampa Bay 24, New Orleans 20. Bucs win and cover.
All right.
Do you think Baker Mayfield is their franchise? Do you think he can keep this up? Do you think they're looking for a new one? Do you think him and Mike Evans are looking great together right now? What do you guys think?
I think it's the ultimate. We'll keep them until we find a replacement that is suitable for us to have for the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah. When that guy comes along, but he's serviceable, for now. He's doing good things there. He
was basically out of the league last year. Right.
Yeah, I mean, now he's got chemistry. He's doing good things down there. I think it's exactly that scenario. We'll ride with him until you know, our guy comes along or we find our I don't think he's the future there, but for right now, yeah.
It's funny looking back on it. Is imagine if the Browns kept him and then they didn't trade for Deshaun Watson, how differently everything would have been. Like he definitely needed a change of scenery. He needed to change the scenery because he was getting run out of town by Odell and Landry and all those other guys. So he needed to change the scenery. But imagine if he was still with the Browns because he loved being a Browns. So he won their first playoff win in God knows how long, a few years ago. So, yeah. All right. That's our picks for this week. Let's see if the ladies are right. They normally are right, so stick with them if you want to.
Who won the Barbie? Who won Barbie this week?
You guys tied.
Oh, we tied. That's right.
Yeah, you guys
tied again.
You guys literally picked the same games last week.
Because we're so smart.
It's not fun though. I was the only one that picked the Cowboys.
But we're
anyway,
smart. We're smart.
Right. All right, Nikki, hit us with our favorite segment of the week. Nikki, it should just start becoming Nikki's DM of the week because me and Deb are very boring and we just wait for Nikki.
I don't know. Maybe Deb's got a crazy one. It's the holidays. You do have a crazy one?
I don't. Well, not for me, but I wanted to talk about the Taylor Swift and the Travis Kelce hickey. We cannot do a podcast.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Scandalous.
So yeah, apparently Travis Kelce was spotted, and I saw the picture with a hickey on his neck, and everyone's like, "Did Taylor do that?" I don't know. It's like, or I don't know. They like. I feel like they're too old for hickeys, right?
What age do the hickeys stop?
Like, I don't know. Like I did that in high school. Like I don't know. High school. I don't know. They're like in their 30s. Isn't that? I don't know. I think it's a little too old. But I mean, every once in a while.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear the word hickey and you think like 8th grade or something, right? You don't think like
middle school, high school, like maybe into college, but like
I would assume it was from her.
I mean, could it be like a football thing? Like, did he hit? I don't know. It looks like a hickey me. And I love that everyone's talking about it. That's the funny thing.
Marketing.
Can you guys
She's always thinking about marketing. Yes.
Yeah.
It looks like a scratch.
Right. I mean, that could literally be someone, like, he gets tackled for a living. Like, it could literally be someone. The ball hit him the wrong way. Like, Nikki, do you remember in cheerleading? I used to get cheerleading hickeys because I was a yeah, it's a thing.
Oh, okay.
It's
all right. I hear what you said, but hearing it for the first time.
Cheerleaders.
Oh man,
that's what guys think though. You say cheerleaders like at a sleepover. They think like we're giving each other hickeys and having
all our
fights.
listeners' dreams just now.
Sorry,
what?
guys.
Cheerleaders hickeys?
No,
okay, I'm listening.
It was from the cheerleaders sneakers because I was a base and I would put people on my shoulders and I would. Yeah, and I would always have sneaker hickeys, and everyone thought I was making out with my boyfriend, which I was as well. But the hickeys were not from him; they were from the cheerleader sneakers.
Or just how bruised up you would be, because I was a base too. Or I go between base and back spot, and like especially when their flyer was getting a full or something. Oh my god, you would just be bruised up while they were learning. It was so bad. I looked like I was abused like for my entire life.
No, I actually, and another thing, guys, I bruised my breastbone one time. Like literally, I had to go. I cut my breastbone. They thought I fractured it, and I just bruised it really bad because I caught a girl coming down from a basket toss, and she just hit here instead of my arms, and I couldn't walk. I couldn't like get up to my. I had the top bunk, and I couldn't get up to my bed. My roommates had to get me ice. And yeah, that was always the funny thing. It was like, oh, what's wrong? And they were like captain of the soccer team, captain of the softball team. They're like, Deb has a cheerleading injury. So I got made fun of.
Let me digress one more time here. No, hold on. I'm going to digress one more time. I'm sorry. I don't know how it was for you, but I was really sick and tired of the soccer and the field hockey biatches who would be like, oh, are you doing your little cheerleading warm-up? Listen, we got to run 2 miles just on a warm-up. Like, I mean, they were always so mean, you soccer and field hockey girls. What is your problem?
Our basketball team was so bad, like so bad. I was a bench warmer for the basketball team, and I felt so bad for the cheerleaders. We would get like blown out by 30 points, and they still have to be cheering. And it's just like, guys, just shut up. It's just like enough. I would feel so bad for them. Like we're down like 40 points, and they're still cheering. It was really funny.
So, yeah, my high school was
Football. We were always winning until playoffs. Yeah,
but I competed too, so we'd use those bad games to run potential like routines for competition.
Right. And cheerleading is a sport. I don't care what anybody says.
Oh, 100%.
They are absolute. These girls, especially now,
yes, cheerleading is a sport.
Athletes. I mean,
I'm with you on that.
We actually had some of the guys on the football team on our cheerleading squad for basketball, and they were like, "This is harder than football." So I don't want to hear it.
They're like, it's hard. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's hard, but it's definitely not harder than football.
I mean, we're catching those girls, and they're
that aspect I agree with you on, but you are getting smacked around every single play.
Yeah,
like it's a car crash. Basically,
you actually are. Don't get me started.
Sorry, I got off on a tangent, guys.
So Nick, what's your DM of the week? Sure.
All right. So, I posted the fill in the blank. All I want for Christmas is, and I said I wanted a Giants win, obviously. And I posted fill in the blank, guys. I don't know why I did that, but
you didn't got like the usual. Once again, you didn't consult.
I just got the usual stream of people who love my feet, which I've not shown an inch of my foot since that video, which is just weird. Deb, oddly, I've got a lot of Chargers fans asking me to take pictures in a Chargers t-shirt and send it to them.
You got to go powder blue.
Why it's overwhelming Chargers fans?
That's interesting.
I don't know.
I'm shocked they have fans.
Chargers don't have that many fans, so
yeah, it's weird. I don't know. Maybe it's like a color thing.
Yeah, you gotta go powder blue though.
Of course, the whole OnlyFans thing comes up, and maybe this is part of my resolution because I would always just kind of get weirded out by, do you have an OnlyFans? Somebody said all they want for Christmas is to see me naked, so I was like, I'm sorry, what? But then I thought about it, guys, and I'm like, they could look at like any hot little like 23-year-old, 22-year-old naked. The fact that you want to look at me and I'm going to be 40 next year, it's like,
wow,
right,
you dropped.
I guess it's
you
still got
dropped
it. So
it.
you know what?
Oh my god, you're accepting the fact.
Moral of the story is,
wow.
Moral of the story is, it's all about your mindset and your perception, how you view things.
Wow.
I agree.
Look at you.
What?
Dancing
really though.
That's true though.
But, I mean, really, I had to think about it for a minute.
I'm just shocked you dropped your soon to be age. I am.
We're not shocked about the naked part. We're shocked about the age now.
Yeah, forget the naked
hey,
part.
It is what it is. I will be 40 next year. So I mean, I don't know. What can I say? Like, it's the truth. I can't lie about my age.
Someone had a
smart people can figure out when I was born, but you'd be surprised how many people can't figure it out.
You're right. That's
I tried
true.
to get my age off of the internet, but it's not happening. So, oh well. Tried so hard. IMDb, I was like 23. I was so excited to be a TV producer and like have my IMDb, and I put in my age, and I regretted it like a year later. And then there's nothing you can do to get it down. Nothing. Now everyone's gonna look at my age.
Why haven't I thought of looking up your IMDb? I've never even thought about looking up your IMDb.
That's my New Year's resolution, is to get that off of IMDb.
Oh yeah, sure.
Anyway,
sure.
I love that.
Sure,
Nikki,
that's an easy task, Deb.
I love that Nikki had an epiphany today. I don't know, whatever she was doing today, it worked, but good for you. Guys, do you have any
I think you just have to have like some perspective in life sometimes where I'm like, what do you mean you want to see me naked? And then it's like,
I mean, it is a fetish. You are in a fetish category, so take it while you got
what?
it.
She's
I'm in a
sports
fetish
reporter.
category.
What are you talking about?
All right.
What?
This is not Thunder and Lightning. This is Blonde Blitz. I'll see you next week.
On that
Bye,
note,
guys.
All jokes
On
aside,
that note, Happy New Year.
happy January.
anyway,
Have a happy
you guys.
New Year, everyone.
Oh, before I forget, Underdog Fantasy Sports. Type in Blonde all caps for $100 off on your first deposit. I actually won a underdog bet the other day. That was the
Nice.
first in a while, so that was fun.
Wow.
Good for you. All
What
right,
did you
bet?
clapping.
What did you bet?
It was they like to do like bonuses, so it was like Giannis 1 point, and then I did Tommy DeVito under yards, and then I did Devontae Smith fantasy points.
Nice.
So yeah, won $30 on that. Anyway, do you guys have anything fun to say about going into the new year? Happy, healthy, yada yada yada.
Guys, just wishing you what
You
what
do
Danny said,
you.
a happy, yeah,
New year.
happy, healthy new year. Here's to great things to come in 2024. Let's all do it together and be positive, and let's always reach for the stars.
Yes,
All right, guys.
stars.
Yeah, there you go.
And
There
he
you
wore
go.
the right shirt today.
There you go.
That's going to be our 2024 then. That's what that means.
So many
We
people
are
just
going to be
screenshot that
stars.
photo. We just got screenshotted 100 times. Congratulations. Until next time. Until next time. See you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye, go
Happy New
Giants.
Year.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Go Birds.